Super Nintendo World right now, and I gotta say, I've seen a lot of one-star reviews for this park. Now, as you know, I'm a big Nintendo fan. That's what I like. But after doing some research, there are so many one-star reviews that I just needed to test. From a weird smell to me getting injured, I have to test these out. And what better way to start than with Mark Joyner's review? Nintendo World is visually quite a bit to take in. It's charming during the day, but this place has about 1% shade. Expect to get a deep tan. Yeah, I can already feel it. We're right in the sun so far. I'm starting to understand this review, but we're gonna test it. Let's keep reading. Nintendo really struggles because the rides are geared for really small kids and creepy grown men running around with their $45 Bluetooth wristbands collecting virtual coins. What is he looking at me? I don't think I'm creepy though. I think that's literally the point of the park. Let's go walk around the park and see if we can find some shade. So at first glance, yeah, there's not much shade. Except for, this mushroom. Here we got some seating. We have a decent amount of shade, but let's keep looking. Oh yeah, and today I'm with Quentin. He has a Luigi hat on. So fun. Look at this. We're in some shade. Pretty shady in here. Nice and cool. Lots of shade, some fans. Yeah. Seems pretty shady to me, literally. George's C says, Super Nintendo World is cool, like stepping into a Mario game. It's so true. Seriously, I walked in here and I couldn't even contain myself. I just had to scream, especially when I was going through that pipe. But it's way too small and insanely crowded. You know what? It's actually not as bad as I was expecting. Last year when I went to the California park, it was way worse and much smaller. So this area is actually pretty big and it's not nearly as crowded as I've seen it online. And we're here on a Saturday. A Saturday! Are we the dumb ones? I'm sorry, George, but it's not actually super crowded in this area right now. But as we go through the video, I will determine if it truly is crowded or insanely small. But for now, I gotta bust this. Mega Martin says, one restroom in all of Nintendo World. They said word, not world. I don't know if I should trust this person if they can't spell. And stairs. Oh my gosh, the stairs. Those are the stairs. No, I actually already went up and down the stairs. Here's footage of me using the stairs. I don't know what this means, so I kind of have to bust it, don't I? It's false. Next up, we gotta go to Mario Kart. All right, we're at Mario Kart now. We gotta test some of the one-star reviews here because my oh my, there are lots. Also, it's really hot still. Oh my goodness. Brian says, you can't tell me that Universal Studios didn't understand how to manage lines and park attendants to be reasonable. The waits are all absolutely terrible. This was a birthday present for my son, who was so disappointed after one wait for Mario Kart that he wanted to leave the park. Come on now, really? He wanted to leave after one wait. Sounds like a you problem to me. The rides are constantly breaking down. For the amount of money they charge, I expected better. I hope people employed by Universal have been fired. Oh my goodness. Bro, chill out. I don't even know how to, test that. Let's just wait in line, I guess, and see how long it takes. Cody Smith says, what an epic nightmare. Oh, good play on epic there. Because we're at Epic Universe. Have only attempted to go on 5 rides, and all but 2 have been nightmares in the 5.5 hours since park opening. Capacity is a major issue with all the Nintendo rides, having insanely long waits. 180 minutes for Mario Kart. Park capacity is a major issue. Maybe limit it until you add more rides or the demand goes down. Bro, that's crazy. The line says only 80 minutes, so we will set a timer and see how long that is. Mosh and Khan says, I visited Magic Kingdom the day before my visit to Epic. I have to say, comparatively, Universal attendants are rude, unapologetic, and have no regard for you as a guest. An attendant didn't want me to sit with my spouse, and when I insisted, I heard her say, flag so-and-so party. Flat out ridiculous. At the Mario Kart, when ride was over, I had a hard time getting the visor out of my Mario Kart cap, and I constantly got yelled at by the obese attendant to the point I had to tell her it was easier for you to help me get it out than continue to yell at me. Oh my goodness, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. But the last review is probably the scariest of every single review I will read today. Ray Kirby says, men, if you want to protect the boys, do not ride Mario Kart. I have no idea who designed these seats, but the nutcracker they put in the front middle of the seat could ruin your day. It was awful. I was hurting for a few hours. Hours? Oh my goodness, all right, let's just go in and test this out. I'm scared. Let's go. All right, we just finished the Mario Kart coaster, and I gotta say, it didn't break down once, to my knowledge. So that's already busted. That being said, the wait times were a little bit longer than I expected. It was a nice show though, I gotta say. The presentation in there is top notch. Once again, I'm just gonna be honest here. Everything is Mario Kart 8 still, but it just feels weird in a Mario Kart world. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing Mario Kart 8 footage for an attraction that costs over $500 million is just kind of weird. I'm gonna be honest, it's just weird. That being said, it was at least a fun wait. I had a lot of fun things to look at. I was stimulated, I would say. But the wait times, did they deceive us or not? It said 60 minutes, and the final time was 75 minutes. So it was a little bit slower than they initially told us. Not too bad, but still, it was a little bit longer. It's true. As for the staff, I'm not gonna lie, they were nice. Nobody yelled at me. No one flagged me. It seemed just like a standard procedure, standard experience, and they helped me in and out of the ride. That must have just been a one-off. Maybe someone was having a bad day on that review. So I'm sorry, Motion, that happened. That's very sad. Now, Ray Kirby, to answer your question, you know, the question with the boys, I wasn't really in any pain, I'm not gonna lie. My boys are all good to go. Are your boys good?
All good, Captain.
All right, sweet. Our boys are good, so that's also false. So would I say this is an epic fail? No, I actually really enjoyed it. That was fun. Let's move on. All right, just on the Yoshi ride alone, we're gonna test and see how long it actually takes. Right now, the app says it's gonna be 55 minutes, but I'm gonna set a timer starting now, and we're gonna see if it's over or under 55 minutes. Let's hurry up and wait.
All right, we're at 52 minutes. And apparently we're like 2 minutes out. So these wait times are actually pretty accurate so far.
Maybe it'll break down. There's no knowing.
We're at Minecart Madness and we can already see a brief delay. I'm gonna go ask the park employees if this is normal. Is the ride broken down or?
We have a technical delay right now.
Technical delay?
Oh, we're open? Okay, never mind. Okay, I guess we're open.
Oh, you're open now.
75-minute wait. That's pretty good, actually. So let's set a stopwatch and see if it's actually 75 minutes.
Sorry?
I'm seeing a lot of people get out of line for this. Seems like they're kind of sick of waiting. All right, let's keep reading these reviews.
But really quick, I want to tell you about today's video partner, NordVPN. I love them because they've already saved me a few times. I'm from Maple Syrup Land, and whenever I travel, I suddenly lose access to like half the shows on any streaming platform. And even simple things like checking a few websites can be restricted. And on top of that, if you are traveling, you're on sketchy hotel Wi-Fi. That's yucky. I don't necessarily trust Wi-Fi when it's connected to hundreds of other people and potentially hackers. That's where NordVPN comes in. With one click, it secures your connection and encrypts your data, so no one, not even hackers, can see what you're doing. Plus, you can switch your virtual location to anywhere in the world, which means you can access all content from anywhere you want. Here in Maple Syrup Land, I can watch those American shows. I love it. What's great is how easy it is to use as well. You open the app, pick a country, and boom, your connection's protected instantly. It works across your phone, your laptop, whatever you're using. And if you travel often, it's like a must-have. You can grab an exclusive deal by going to nordvpn.com/RussVandy. That's nordvpn.com/RussVandy. And when you sign up for a 2-year plan, you'll get a bonus 4 months on top of that. It's completely risk-free thanks to the 30-day money-back guarantee. I love a company that backs their product, that they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just saying, that's trustworthy right there. And this is literally a deal you can't get anywhere else. Only creators like me get this. So click the first link in the description and check out nordvpn.com/RussVandy. Thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. All right, let's get back to it.
Marcus Joyner, he's back. He has some more to say about Minecart Madness. If this thing is actually running, then you'll have at least a 60-minute wait, which will probably be more like 90 minutes. The ride lasts maybe a minute and 40 seconds, and it's a ride for a 5 to 8-year-old, maybe. So we've already started a timer, and we're gonna see if the 75-minute wait is true. Let's keep going. Jamie Sprayberry says, staff genuinely do not care about your safety or well-being, and you will find that many rides will often be disorganized. Special thanks to the particular staff member at the Donkey Kong ride who treated me poorly for seemingly no reason and didn't check my seatbelt at all. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Not only do we need to see if the staff members are rude, but I need to make sure that they check my seatbelt as well. Or do they want me to die or something? We'll have to find out. But he's not done yet. Not only this, but there was some kind of septic leak in Super Mario World because it smelled like human waste all the way up to Donkey Kong Land. First of all, he called it Donkey Kong Land. It's Donkey Kong Country. Hello. And second of all, I've already been to Super Nintendo World already because you had to go to it to get here, and I didn't smell any septic leaks, so that's already false. There are good things about this park. However, I would honestly wait and save your money until the price is actually worth the experience you'll receive, especially considering how there are already a considerable number of rides that need polish/renovations. One notable being Yoshi Ride. Now, we went on the Yoshi Ride already, and I would actually agree with what he's saying. There were quite a bit of dinged up baby Yoshis on the ride. It seemed like it broke down.
stop momentarily and could resume motion at any time.
And while we were waiting in line, the decorations were just kind of chipped and paint was already gone. So I think that's honestly true. But Jeremy, let's go on Minecart Madness and see if I die or not. Here we go. All right, we are already 54 minutes into waiting. The roller coaster hasn't broken down once, to my knowledge. We've been going at a pretty steady rate, so we just got to keep going. We only got 20 minutes left to wait, so let's just keep trekking.
The ride will be briefly delayed. We apologize and will keep you informed of further developments.
We just heard it. The line is delayed.
We still got the timer going, but right now the time is delayed. We're at an hour in. So technically we should only be here for 15 minutes.
So Marcus, your review might be valid. We'll have to see. This is actually a very common thing that I saw while I was looking through a lot of reviews. This ride just consistently breaks down. The line's actually still moving, but I think that's just from people are probably leaving now. It might go a little faster actually. We're just gonna wait this out. I will keep you updated. Here we go.
Based on the delay, this delay could last a while, and we are unable to determine an estimated time when the Minecart can begin running again. Thank you for your patience and understanding.
Everyone is leaving.
This is going to take quite some time, I think. So we can either make the executive decision to leave or stay on. But they said they couldn't even give an estimated wait time, so we just have to wait. At least we're here in the shade. I will say that. Spent a little bit of time there when we were just in the sun cooking. We've already waited over an hour to get on this ride, so I feel like I don't really want to get out of the line. Anyways, we'll see. Let's just keep waiting.
We're going again. Let's go. Here we go. We love Donkey Kong. We love Donkey Kong.
All right, the ride is finally not delayed anymore, and we have officially been waiting for an hour and 45 minutes, which means that we're officially over the 75-minute mark that they said at the beginning. So already these one-star reviews are true. I hate to say it, but they're true. All right, so we just got off Minecart Madness. It was actually kind of insane. All the reviews were right. It broke down when we got here, and then it started. We got on, we waited, and then it broke down again while we were waiting. So it's true. You will be waiting probably longer than you expect. And not because the line is slow, but because the ride will break down. Now, as for the staff, I had no issue with the staff. They were pretty good about checking my seatbelt and making sure that I was safe and made sure my phone was away. They didn't check good enough, because look at this. That's me on the ride. I actually really like this ride, not gonna lie. It was pretty short. I do agree with that, that's true. But it's all for the vibe. Now, I think one big problem I have with this ride is the fact that the entire ride and theme park is based on Donkey Kong Country Returns, the game on the Wii that came out in like 2011. They're using old Donkey Kong designs, Diddy Kong designs. Donkey Kong literally has a brand new design. Obviously, the theme parks take a long time to build and plan, but I mean, this park literally just came out, so it instantly feels completely dated. Like, it's kind of wild. Anyways, that's probably my biggest one-star review about this whole park. I think if this had come out before Donkey Kong Bonanza, it would have been a completely different experience. But also, I'm a hardcore Nintendo fan, and I think most people won't even realize. But anyways, these reviews are valid. They're true. So let's keep going.
I have something else to share. I forgot my charging cable at home. I brought my portable charger, not the charging cable. Conveniently, Universal has given us this vending machine for portable chargers. Shout out to Ken for helping me out. He really helped me with this one. I thought I was doomed. We love Ken. Spam it in the comments. Anyways, good thing you can press buy and get a new fuel rod kit. Oh, it's just a couple cables. It'll be pretty cheap. $42 for a charger. Oh my goodness gracious.
This is despicable, but I have to do it.
All right, here we go.
All right, we're currently in line now for some food. Your boy's gotta eat. But we have a couple of reviews about the food that we should discuss. George C., again, he's back, says eating in Super Nintendo World was a nightmare. The area is so small and every food spot had at least an hour wait. The only quick thing was Yoshi's calzones, but they were pretty meh. Small and not even that tasty. It was frustrating to have such limited and underwhelming food options. But Patrick D. says, I tried to buy the standard refillable drink cup in Super Nintendo World. Employees sent me back and forth between stores, only to end up with the 1-Up mushroom version, half the size, terrible design, and a nightmare to refill. It cost $33 and spilled soda all over my hand every time I tried to use it. Worst cup I've ever used in a theme park. Don't buy it. So you already know I gotta get that 1-Up mushroom refillable cup. Is it really gonna spill soda all over me? Who knows? And Matt Chambers, he's back as well, says food is overpriced and there is little to do that doesn't require a wait and well over an hour. So far we've only been waiting like 10 minutes for these calzones, so let's get them and well, eat them up.
All right, I just spent 80 entire dollars for 2 calzones and two smoothies and the $34 mushroom thing. Let's go test one of these reviews and try and find a spot to sit, because that's obviously a big one. There's actually nowhere to get a seat. Honestly, this might be a play.
First of all, we're sitting on the floor. There's not many places to eat, but to be fair, a calzone is something that you can eat standing up. So, I mean, I guess that works. Now, I'm gonna be honest. This is a little bit smaller than I expected. I literally thought this was a donut for a second. I didn't know that this was a calzone. Maybe I don't know what a calzone is.
Also, you know what I just realized? It's a shell. Look at that. It is definitely a shell.
But now we just gotta taste it. Let's see if this was worth $13.
It's not bad. It's a calzone. This is like a $7, $8 drink. That actually slaps so hard. Same price as a Starbucks, but probably better, to be honest. All right, we just finished our meals at the Yoshi calzones. It's true, you didn't really have that many places to sit. The answer to the question if it was small or not tasty, first of all, it was pretty small. I'm not gonna lie, that's true. But the tasty part, I was starving. So I think it was actually pretty good. So half of it's true, half of it's false. But comparing it to the Coastal Cafe, it's pretty similar in terms of what you're getting. So it's really not that bad for a theme park. But I mean, I did spend $80 for all of this. So Matt Chambers, I do have to say, yeah, it's a little overpriced. It's true, it is. At Patrick D, I just spent $33. So we gotta go test it out and see if it's below my hands. Place the cup down. But it's tilted. Maybe lift it just a little. Oh my. This is a flawed system for sure. That is so funny. All right, so it's in. It's already spilling on my hands. It's dripping from the bottom. I mean, it tastes good, but this is a horrible design. When I put it down, it literally tilted. And I need to put it down so that they can register that you have all day of this. So it's true. The review is true.